Hey guys, Nobel73 here. Yeah, today I'm going to do obviously this movie review, and coincidentally, guys, I've watched this movie today. I've also watched another movie. My nana bought them for me. Like, we just went to like a shopping centre and they were cheap, £5 each, which isn't that bad really. So she bought this and that, and you'll find out the other movie tomorrow. Since I did 2 episodes of Minecraft, so I'm doing 2 episodes of movie reviews. So yeah, guys, I'm going to get started with the plot. So basically, I'll just give you the intro of the movie and then we'll go full on. Right, so October the 30th, 1989, Maria Rossi, and she had a daughter, Isabella Rossi, but Maria makes a phone call admitting she did a triple murder, and soon the Catholic Church become involved and she gets sent to a Catholic psychiatric unit. And then there's like a recording of like going to the house and what they found, and and then Isabella, Marie's daughter, gets told all this stuff by her dad, who mysteriously dies 3 days later. And that, guys, is the intro. Years later, Isabella, the daughter, is in the process of making a documentary about exorcisms and finding more about her mother. So she goes to her exorcism school and she meets the priest, David and Ben, and they take her for exorcism to be performed on Rosalita, and they bring along medical equipment to find out if it's a possession or mental illness. And yeah, and then Rosalita starts talking and saying different things in different languages, from English to Italian to German, and some things are just placid, some things are not nice. And soon she says Isabella's name, considering they don't even know each other. Because, of course, Isabella's from the States and so is Marie and that. So yeah. And yeah, that is one part, guys, and there's plenty more to come. Then Isabella goes to visit her mother, Maria, in the asylum, and she has paintings all over the wall, and she speaks in different languages and that. And then she shows like all the cuts she's made. She's got crosses all over her. As you can see on this picture, she's got a cross on her bottom lip. And then she says, killing a child against God's will, and lets her ear shatter and scream. And I mean, it really is. And then she tells David and Ben that she had an abortion like 4 years ago, and of course Maria would have had no idea of knowing that, because she's been there in the asylum for 20 years. And then soon they go to perform an, I guess, exorcism on Maria, but David worries about losing his job since the church do not allow exorcisms unless deniable proof that they are possessed. So yeah, basically she starts talking different languages, and then she starts talking and that, and then she gets off her tie because she's pinned down the bed, and she sends David and Ben flying, and soon the doctors and that soon come rushing in to calm her down. And that is another part, guys, so stay tuned. But after that, they show the audio files to the church, and like David's stressed and that, and then Ben starts playing a certain part when Maria says, "I know what you did," and it turns out there are 4 demons saying it in unison. And then David's go do an exorcism at his church on like a baby, and Michael tags along to film it. And Michael, if you wonder, guys, is like the cameraman for the documentary. You don't really see much, he's just filming. And so yeah, and then like he like says a few holy words from the Bible, and then submergently places the baby in the water while staring blankly at the camera. And then everyone goes to save the baby before it passes out. And that, guys, is another part. Yeah, guys, and then Ben goes to David's home and finds him with blood all over his hands and his eyes roll back into his head, much like Maria during her exorcism. And the police arrive, even though it's not shown, and then David gets hold of an officer's handgun and holds it at his mouth, and then Ben's crying and like saying the last words of the Lord's Prayer and telling him to fight it. And then David just laughs and shoots himself in the mouth, and Isabella has a seizure, I guess, after seeing that. And that, guys, is we're nearly at the end, guys, but there's one more part to do, so I will do it after this. You've been very patient, so good for you, but there's one more part. So basically, like, Ben's hysterical, he realizes that Isabella is now possessed, and he takes him and Michael take her to a hospital, and then all the nurses go after her, and they find one nurse on the floor and blood's coming out of her neck, and they all try to restrain her, and then Michael and Ben like restrain her into the hallway, and they take a driver in the car to get help for a potential exorcism. And then the way like Isabel saying the bad thing that Ben did, like, which is like scaring them and making them worry, and then she soon tries to strangle Ben or Michael, and the other guy, I'm not sure which one who Scott attempted to be strangled by, and then the other guy, of course, helped the other guy that was being strangled, and then then Ben realizes Michael's now possessed, and then you hear acceleration in the car, and it goes headlong into another car, and then the screen cuts to black, and there's cut sequences of chaos, most likely of Isabella, Michael, and Ben going through the car windshield. And then it goes to black. It says the Maria Rossi case is still not resolved. So yeah, guys, that was that movie. It is referred to as the 21st Exorcism movie, and I would say it's very good. It was very realistic. Like, I've researched exorcisms before, just for, cause I don't know, I was interested, and they did base it off things that have like happened in like exorcisms. Very realistic, you know. Yeah. And yeah, guys, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Yeah, it was certainly terrifying, especially the ear-shattering scream. I nearly crapped myself. The scenes of exorcisms and all that. And yeah, pretty much everything. So yeah, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this, and tomorrow I will reveal the other movie I watched. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.